Let's make the dreamiest long sleeve maxi dress. This is the Demi Dress and the pattern for it is available on my Etsy shop, which is linked in the description below. Quick side note, the example dress in this video is shorter than the pattern as I did not wash my fabric before sewing this item, so do as I say and not as I do, and make sure to wash your fabric before you sew the Demi Dress. The materials you will need for this DIY are 2 to 3 meters of a lightweight stretchy fabric, matching thread, a twin needle which is optional, and of course your sewing machine and optionally your overlocker. Step 1, as per usual, is printing and assembling the pattern. Make sure you are printing it at actual scale. Anyone who's printing on A4 paper will have to cut some of the excess paper as we need to assemble the pattern without any gaps. Both US letter and A4 formats have these squares in the middle of the pages to indicate where the pattern needs to be assembled. The pattern includes 1 cm seam allowance. We need to cut 1 front piece, 1 front facing, 1 back piece, 1 back facing, and 2 sleeves. Moving on to the assembling of the dress. We start off by overlocking the bottom edges of both our facing pieces. Next, we can attach both facing pieces together by closing the shoulder seams. We also need to close the shoulder seams on the actual front and back piece of the dress itself. Now we can attach the facing pieces to our dress pieces to finish the neckline. We place the facing and dress pieces right sides together and sew along the entire neckline. When we now pull the facing through the dress, we have a nicely finished neckline. Next, we need to attach the sleeves to the dress. We need to make sure to align the pattern notches so the sleeves sit right on the shoulders. The facing and dress are creating 2 layers and both of these need to be attached to the sleeves. When sewing the sleeves, I always use as many pins as possible as we are working with 2 different directions of curves, so the more pins we have, the easier it is to ease the fabric. We of course repeat the same step on the other side as well. Now that the sleeves are attached, we can close the side seams of the dress. The best way to do this is by aligning the 2 sleeve seams and pinning out from there to close the entire sleeve and side seam. We also want to make sure that we include the sides of the facing pieces in this seam. The dress is fully assembled now, and the only thing left to do is hemming the sleeves and bottom of the dress. I use the twin needle for this. You could however also use a zigzag stitch, lettuce hem, or any other finishing you prefer, as long as the fabric remains stretchy. When using a twin needle, we need to sew from the top of the garment, so it is important to fold and pin the fabric from the outside. And with that, we have finished the Demi Dress, and here is the final outcome. I love this style of dress as it is so flattering yet so easy to wear. The example dress unfortunately is too short on me. This is however due to issues I had with the fabric as mentioned in the beginning. Let this be your reminder to wash your fabrics before you sew your clothes. This is such a quick and easy project with the outcome looking everything but. And as you might know by now, this is my favorite type of DIY. I also made a short version of this dress with flared sleeves and a high neck, which I love so much as well. For the high neck, I just used the back pattern piece for the front as well as for the back. This is a great pattern that can be used in so many different ways, and I know that for me this is my favorite pattern yet, and I hope you agree. As usual, if you have any questions, comment them down below, and other than that, thank you so much for watching.